Our next presenter is from the Hurricane Island Center for Science and Leadership. And so we have Tara Elliott, who will be presenting and introducing fellow Arielle Kotulak. I actually never asked you how to pronounce that last name, Arielle, so hopefully I got it right, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Tara.
Actually had the same question as I was reviewing my introduction. I was like, I actually have never said Arielle's last name before. So I hope we're right. So yes, Tara, I work with Hurricane Island Center for Science and Leadership, and it was a true delight to work with Arielle this summer. Arielle is majoring in environmental science and minoring in earth science at the University of New Hampshire, and has been a real asset to our sustainability initiatives on Hurricane Island. Her critical thinking, attention to detail, and curiosity have made her an excellent leader and collaborator on a number of projects. She has helped improve our energy usage and efficiency by playing an instrumental role in collecting and analyzing data in our off-grid systems. She's leveraged data literacy and climate data to create engaging curricula about sustainability that she has implemented with students in our on-island programs. And she took the lead on finding and writing a grant to fund upgrades to our drinking water pump house. She found the grant opportunity, proposed a project, and collaborated with a number of different folks on the island to create a compelling proposal, which was really thrilling to see. Arielle is driven and thoughtful and a joy to work with, an intelligent contributor to any team she's on, and I'm excited for her to share the results of her work with you.
Thank you, Tara. Hi, everybody. I'm Arielle, and this summer I'm living and working at the Hurricane Island Center for Science and Leadership as the Summer Sustainability Steward. For those who are unfamiliar, Hurricane Island is a small, mile-wide off-grid island, about 12 miles off the coast of Rockland, Maine, with a focus on science, sustainability, and education. Next slide, please. I like to think of sustainability on Hurricane Island as a combination of four main categories, which are energy, water, waste, and community. We rely on solar power, we collect and filter our own water, we compost our food and human waste, and we foster community. And as a sustainability steward, my project kept all four of these categories in mind with a focus on community and energy. So my project this summer had two legs to it, I guess, education and solar power. And so for the education portion, my work this summer is to develop and lead lesson plans about sustainability and data literacy. The leftmost photo is of the map from my Sustainable Island simulation, which I created with the help of the founders of the Game Loft and I Know Me. This simulation has students play roles as stakeholders in the island community, and they have to work together as a team to solve many of the sustainability problems on their island with limited time and budget. And the goal of this simulation is to integrate these four sustainability categories and to teach students the challenges of creating and maintaining a sustainable community. I also created a lesson plan about art from data, which was inspired by local artist Jill Pelto, whose art is shown in the top right photo. And for this lesson, students take graphs of various data sets, for example, sea surface temperature, and they create meaningful art from the graph. And my third lesson plan involves sustainability hikes, which are tours of our sustainability systems for students. So before the tour, I offer students a blank map and I ask them to show where they would put our sustainable systems and why. And then after the hike, I have them complete this task again, and then we compare and discuss. And the goal of each of these lessons is to force students to think deeply about sustainability, what it means to be sustainable, and the consequences of unsustainable practices. Next slide, please. The second leg of my project is the solar energy plan, where I act as a liaison between the island director and the solar engineer. As Hurricane Island recently finished constructing the new field research station, we had to look deeply at our solar energy system and determine how this new building will fit into our existing power system. Currently, we are often operating at capacity and the need for expansion is rising. So to help get an idea of our overall energy load currently, I conducted an assessment on our power use by cataloging the wattage and the watt hours of all our electronics on the island and sending that along to our solar engineer. And from there, we had meetings with the engineer and have come up with a strategy for redesign of our power system. In addition to helping flesh out the solar redesign plans, I found and applied for a grant which would offer funding for us to get new batteries and solar panels for our pump house, which pumps our drinking water from our quarry to our water tanks. Next slide, please. My personal experience this summer, if I could sum it up in 4 words, would be leadership, flexibility, growth, and confidence. I came into this fellowship unfamiliar with the complexities of solar power and science education, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to challenge myself and learn these new skills. I would like to thank my mentor, John, for guiding me through my project, Derek, the island director, who helped with the solar plan work, and Tara, who helped me write the grant proposal, and Ray and Patricia Estabrook, who helped me develop my sustainable island simulation. And I would also like to thank Tom's of Maine for generously funding this project and making this all possible. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Arielle. And I continue to be incredibly impressed at your ability to do both outreach and engagement with students and do the technical pieces of solar energy. It's very rare to find somebody like that. So we're certain you, like all of your peers this summer, are going to do great things in the future. One follow-up question from me. I'd love to hear about any sort of unexpected insights you gained this summer, either on the education side or on the solar energy side.
Yeah, I guess one of the insights I gained, something I've been saying a lot this summer, is finding comfort in discomfort and recognizing the benefits of going outside of your comfort zone and trying new things. I had a lot of flexibility in my work plan, which is something that towards the end of the summer, I've really come to appreciate because I could kind of take this project and make it my own thing. But when I was first coming in, I definitely was a little intimidated and overwhelmed because it wasn't like a step-by-step thing. So I think I found comfort in the discomfort of having to challenge myself and be flexible.
Yeah, and that's how we grow. So well done on knowing you can just embrace it and move forward, and you'll get past it, and then you'll be confident at the end. So that's a great story. Any other questions from our advisors or from the public or from the attendees?
Yeah, I was just interested. It sounds like such a wonderful engaged learning experience. The 2 different things that you did there, really creative, and I'm sure the students must have really appreciated that. I mean, once you've done it for yourself like that, it would be hard to forget. I'm wondering if you have a sense of their reaction to that. How do they respond?
Do you mean to the sustainability simulation?
Yes, to the first 2 things that you did, you had the whole kind of island mapped, and then you had them think about where they put the different pieces of things after they did a tour. So yeah.
Yeah, so for the simulation, I think the students really liked it and it got them thinking about things that they don't normally consider. Like for example, we had a burn site. There were a whole bunch of sustainability problems on the island that they had to look deeply at and think about how they would solve these issues. And they also had characters with their own perspectives and backgrounds. And so I think that gave them insight into how it is working in the real world with a team of people who come with different backgrounds and different motives. And then for the sustainability hike with the map activity, that one was really cool. And I think students really liked getting to put the systems where they wanted at first and explaining why. They would put the solar panels up at the highest point because they said, that would be where the most sun is. And it was really cool getting to hear their reasoning for all of that. And then afterwards, after going through the hike, talking about why we put our systems where we did.
Sounds great.
Thank you so much, Arielle. It sounds like you had an amazing experience out in the middle of the ocean. So congratulations to you on a great summer.
Thank you.